it down with Shizzywhiznut.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Amazing, amazing stuff. Let's just get to it and watch. Enjoy. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe because this is wild. Bubbles dropped out and we've got an open letter. An open letter to Bruce BBB Matzkin. The flightless chicken finally fled. Filed April 3rd, 2025 in the People's Supreme Court of We Been New. Dear Bubbles, so this is how it ends. Not with a bang, not even with a courtroom meltdown, but with the sad, whimpering click of an electronic signature and your withdrawal of counsel. Let's get this out of the way right now. You quit. You bailed. You folded. You rage quit a case you started like a toddler flipping the Monopoly board after landing on a boardwalk with hotels, and in doing so, you cemented what most of us suspected from the beginning. You're not a lawyer. You're a legal tourist, a courtroom cosplayer, a thin-skinned narcissist who mistook filings for fame and consequences for content. You filed fake emergencies. You spammed the docket with duplicative nonsense. You smeared judges, cried bias, accused everyone of conspiring against you, including me. Other YouTubers like Megan Fox and Tug, journalists, your own shadow. And then when the heat came, you did what cowards always do. You ran. And let's be crystal clear, this wasn't a withdrawal under pressure. This was abandonment. This was, oh shit, they actually called my bluff, exit. You claimed your clients dumped you, but we all know what happened. You got caught with your pants down in your ethics bar in free fall. You've pulled every manipulative, weepy, whiny trick in the book. You pretended to be afraid of being arrested for a sanctions hearing. You cried about family obligations and mental trauma and plane tickets. You named live streamers and lawyers and YouTube commenters as your tormentors. And now you're slinking off into the shadows like a disgraced mascot leaving a failed halftime show. No, Bruce, you don't get to withdraw like this as a normal procedural step. You don't get to quietly exit stage left after months of acting like the unhinged director of your own courtroom theater. You called this case a circus. You were the clown. And if there's any justice left in that courtroom you just ran from, Judge Bolitho will make damn sure you never practice lawfare again, because that's what this was. Not advocacy, not defense, not litigation. This was a months-long campaign of ego-driven, self-indulgent harassment dressed up as legal work. You didn't serve your clients. You used them. You didn't defend their interests. You weaponized them for your own vendetta. And now you drop them cold with a one-paragraph PDF and a prayer for a stay. You wasted this court's time. You dragged opposing counsel through the mud. You filed more bad faith motions than most sovereign citizens, and now you want to walk away like this is all just too much. Well, how dare you? You deserve more than just a disbarment. You deserve to be immortalized in the Florida's Bar Hall of Shame, right next to the guy who got suspended for filing motions written in blood and the paralegal who faked a judge's signature. And now the million-dollar question, how will Judge Bolitho react? Well, let me take a wild, out-of-the-park swing that comes nowhere being any knowledge of my part. He's going to be livid, not performatively, not theatrically, professionally furious. The kind of anger that simmers beneath the robe when a member of the bar dares to treat the judiciary like a game show stage. He's going to read your silent exit as a final insult, not just to him, but to the process, to your clients, and to the very idea that courtrooms exist to resolve disputes with integrity. My guess? The stay is denied. The written order is issued, putting your cowardice on full display. Sanctions proceed anyway, and now with Preston and Cook completely exposed thanks to your disappearing act, and your name becomes a cautionary tale for every federal CLE from here to Massachusetts, don't be a Matzkin. You're not a victim. You're not misunderstood. You're the reason courtroom cameras should come with a laugh track. You don't think for a second that just because you withdrew, the internet forgets. Your idiot filings are forever. Your cowardice is archived, and your name, oh Bruce, your beautiful, bubbling, bouncing name will live on every how not to lawyer textbook for the next century. So goodbye, Bubbles. Take your bruised ego, your GoFundMe receipts, and your tragic delusions of grandeur, and get off the stage. Court is still in session. You just won't be invited anymore. Sincerely, Shizzywhiznut, activist of ashes, senior partner at I Told You So Again, LLP, still not a lawyer, but still more professional than you, and forever the guy who called your bluff. The saga will continue, folks. It doesn't go away after this. There is so much more to this story. And when it comes down to it, don't be surprised whenever Judge Bolitho has a lot more to say about where Bubbles spends some time. Because currently, Bubbles does not have an attorney. Well, Bubbles doesn't have an attorney. He doesn't have an attorney for Lynette. She has no place to go. I would not be surprised if the judge calls a hearing to confirm what he says is true. This is going to be a very interesting one. And at some point in time today, I'm sure we're going to hear what the judge has to say about this. My guesses are probably 90% wrong, 100% inaccurate, and 30% satire. It's unfortunate for Lynette that she doesn't have representation. But if I'm not mistaken, she does have a local attorney that vouched for Bubbles to step in his place if things went awry. This is about to get very interesting, folks, and I hope that you're ready for it. I hope that you're buckled up, because the insanity isn't over. It's going to get worse before it gets better. And hats off to all the wonderful people that could show up in Florida. But it looks like Bubbles wasn't one of them. Everybody have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tonight. Have a good one. Peace. Hit that like.
It is about time. Let's break this mother down. With Shizzywhiznut.